Here everybody, so I got 3 new cases to share from Casekoo. This is for the S25 Ultra. We have the Kooshock series, so you're going to have a nice finish with a little stand. And I will do each individual one here in just a moment. We do have our MagicStand, and then we have our MagicStand Pro, which this one has a rotation of 360 degrees. Alright, so first up we do have our Kooshock series. As you can see, this one is a slightly see-through case. It is going to be a smooth design on it. And before I put the phone in, I'll show you the inside corners there where they do have these little impact pockets. And now that we have the case on it, you can see how the camera protection, there is a little bit of a raised bump. As for our buttons, they do protrude out just a little bit here. These are not very clicky. We got the Casekoo logo right here on the side. Down here we have a nice large opening for our port, so we can easily plug in just about any dongle. And then we do have our opening here for our S Pen. And then over here on this side is just a smooth finish. Now, as for the screen protection, this one does have a decent protection around all the edges, including a little bit of raised out there on the corners. And this one also does include a stand for it. Next up, we do have our MagicStand series. And this one does have the metal ring. Just like the other case, this one does have the little air pockets in the corners for impact protection. Now with the case in it, the camera section is a little bit different. This one indents inward instead of outward. So it is a little bit of a smoother finish. The sides, the buttons do protrude out a little bit. This one does have a little bit of a clickiness to it. And we do have their logo here on the side. This one does have a little bit of a textured grip to it. On the bottom we have our large cutouts, making it easy to plug in dongles, and we do have our S Pen cutout. And then over here we just have a textured finish. You might be able to see it a little bit better on this side. As for the screen, we do have protection on all sides, and the corners are raised up there a little bit. Like I mentioned, this one has the kickstand ring, so this will make it easier to prop it up. And it will work for vertical as well. Now, last but not least, we have the MagicStand Pro series. And the biggest difference with this one is that this one rotates, which is quite nice. Now, with it in the case, this one is pretty similar to the last one with all the looks and design. The biggest difference is that ring there. The buttons, pretty much the same thing. These are just a tad bit clicky as well. We do have our textured grip and then our logo here. Our cutouts are pretty much the same as that last one. They're nice and large, allowing anything to be plugged in there. And our S Pen to be accessed quite easily. And then over here we have our textured grip as well. Now as for the screen, this one does have the same protection built in all the way around with those corners raised up a little bit. Now like I mentioned, this one is a 360 degree kickstand. So this is going to make it a lot easier for you to maneuver it around into different angles. You could also use it to help hold your phone. Anyway, great cases from Casekoo. We have the MagicStand Pro, the MagicStand, and the Kooshock series. Hopefully this gives you an idea what to expect with all 3 of these, if whichever one is going to work best for you. And after using Casekoo cases off and on for the last 3 years, I could say that they are pretty solid. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.